Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Aries, the month of April, late March, April 2023. So, happy birthday, Aries. You've just come out of your 12th house and now you're in your first house, which is all about you. You're in the spotlight. So, we are in the sign of Aries, which is a fire sign, so it's energy, it's positive, moving forward, it's action, all those things you love. Independence. And your energy is the King of Wands, your king. So when the King of Wands comes in, he talks about movement. So there could be travel going on. Could be people coming to see you, and of course because he's a king it often denotes a male figure, but he's a sort of, it's leadership as well on a more general level, this King of Wands. But definitely in my experience of doing these, interpreting these cards, it's definitely someone coming to see you of this kind of energy, or you actually traveling, moving somewhere, going somewhere, coming and going. It's a lot of energy. A lot of it is about leadership and just action. So it's a great way to start your birthday. Okay, Aries, let's see where you are right now. And we have the Queen of Swords. So this very female, iconic queen. Now she's all about clarity and reality, really. So this woman could be you, actually, at the moment, Aries, just being, she is a person that has had many life experiences, and with that she's sort of grown a bit of a tough skin. And as you can see here with her, the Queen of Swords, she's got swords in her hair, she's got a big sword in front of her, so she's ready to do a battle. She's sort of takes no prisoners, really, Aries. So whoever this woman is, she's usually been through life, like she's had those experiences that have made her very much the person that knows exactly what's going on. There's no sort of fairy tale magic about this woman. So whatever this energy coming through for you, Aries, is very much coming out fighting, really, you know, just standing up for yourself and taking no rubbish from anybody. So nice card. Or on the other hand, it could be a female. If you're a male, it could be a female, or it could be, it's a female anyway, coming in, and she's in your energy of where you are right now. So let's have a look at how she got here and what the influence of this next card influences not only her but the whole reading for this month. And that card is the Five of Cups. So someone coming back from the past. Someone maybe too, Aries, because you've just come out of your 12th house, which is the house of secrets and really in the underworld, sort of very much personal time. But she comes through, this Five of Cups comes through, and it's almost like somebody that you've had a falling out with, maybe recently, could be last year, whenever this falling out occurred. It's suddenly now that that person, or even yourself, is sort of thinking, oh gee, I wish I hadn't have, oh that was a stupid falling out, that was a silly thing, it was too emotional, it was, maybe it happened to last November, there was just this sort of fallout that occurred. That person, or you in fact, could be just revisiting that time and kind of thinking, oh, should I reach out to that person? Or conversely, they may be thinking that about you. But this one is going to sort of affect the whole of your birthday time. So just be aware of that. It might be time to sort of just mend fences with somebody, or consider the actions, and then, because there's more to this relationship. It's still not over yet. It's not over till it's over. There's still repair to be done. Enough said. Let's have a look at your past, recent past, what's in the background. Seven of Wands, so really standing up for yourself. Now this is a very good Aries card actually, even though it's about using your voice rather than just going, oh yeah, sorry. Especially when you know you're in the right about something, Aries, and you have all the signs. You are very independent movers and shakers, and you kind of really do stand up for yourself and defend yourself. But this card has been, you know, in the recent part, like February, March time, you may have had to really stand up and say, oh, hang on a minute, no, that's not working, and I'm not going to do that. That doesn't really gel with me, thank you very much. Whereas normally in our cultures we tend to go, oh, okay. And it's like, and then later you think, oh, I should have said something. I should have stood up to myself, to that person or that group or whatever the issue was or the focus was. So it's all about really standing up for yourself, defending yourself, and knowing that you're just as good as anyone else, but don't let people trample all over you. And that's still current, this energy, Aries, so make sure you keep that in mind. So don't be letting people, maybe even this person, walk all over you. Just say, yeah, well, the matter of fact and the truth of the matter is this, and stick up for yourself, basically. Good card, especially in your birthday time. Okay, recent influences, we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant governs all things on this very high spiritual level, and it's about your moral compass. What is right for you? What means to you? And what doesn't? So it's your own faith in life and trusting your moral compass. If certain things don't stack up for you, you of all the zodiac signs will say, oh no, sorry, I'm not doing that. That just doesn't align with the way I am. It's not in my book, sorry, I'm not doing that. So it's very much of that moral conscious, it's that moral compass to know what your right and wrong is. Years ago it would be about religion and very higher sort of, he's the high priest, going to church and all that kind of thing. Well, people nowadays have found their own versions of their faith, which I feel is a good thing. Okay, so really watch that moral compass to this next 4 weeks, Aries. You know, if you don't like something, you don't have to do it, and you can stand up for yourself and say, well, no, sorry, this is what I feel. This is my moral compass. Okay, let's see the lesson you'll be learning. And we have the King of Swords. So once again, we have clarity. This guy also this guy is quite significant, obviously, because he's the lesson. So he's also a bit of a spin doctor. So don't be talked into things. He can be a real sweet talker and a spin doctor. He can spin it, and he's sort of in the realm of a lawyer. And we all know that lawyers can have a special way with words to get all sorts of things that they need for their client, and it doesn't matter. It's sort of it's a mental acuity, really, that must be practiced. But also notice about him, Aries, and I always, visually, I always allude to that set of armour he's got on, and just go, well, if you're that much of a smart spin doctor, why are you wearing all that armour, for goodness sake? It's not necessary, because somewhere deep down inside, underneath all the armour, is quite a sort of fragile person. But that person needs to put the armour on to make himself look better than what he is, and his talk often doesn't match what he's actually thinking. He's just been conditioned into doing the talk, spinning the words, telling you what you want to hear. So whoever that is, for all you Aries out there, I think you'll all know who it is, because it's also a sort of, it's like a legal issue too, but it's a law also, maybe a spiritual law, where your boundaries have been tested, and it's like, no, I'm not taking that from that person. I can see straight through it. It's just, yeah, that is what it is. So just watch that this 4 weeks, Aries. There could be, well, this is the lesson, so there will be sort of energy around that kind of story, or someone trying to sort of blag their way through something and you're thinking, no, sorry. Okay, let's move on to near future. And we have the wish card. So your wishes come true. And your wishes come true only if, Aries, you've put energy into it and you've been working towards this. So what I'm getting here is, that's something that you've truly wanted. And with this King of Wands here, it's going to be very much coming into your life. And it's a long-held wish. And you have worked hard to get there. There may have been glitches before. As we know, they come around for obvious reasons. Timing is off, etc. But this wish will definitely be coming true for you. Especially with the travel and that sort of leadership energy, moving on to something new, just bettering yourself, I suppose, improving yourself. So very nice, but it's an emotional card, it's a Cups card, so it's very much a card of, it's come in at the right time, and sometimes things that, there's certain things that are well worth waiting for and going through a bit of a bumpy road to get there. Okay, next card is what's happening that you don't realise. You're almost there. So whatever this journey is that you've been on, it's nearly over. You feel exhausted and depleted, wondering whether you've taken a misstep or something like that. But this card comes in to say, hey, listen, you're almost there. Physically, you might be drained and spiritually drained and exhausted because there has been some hiccups along the way. However, with the Nine of Swords, you may be depleted physically and spiritually, but that adrenaline will come through and get you over the line. So don't doubt yourself, and especially when that card comes up, it's always a card saying the end is just there. Okay, it's starting to look more and more promising. How others see you. So here we have the Juggler. Here we have things, and so this two of coins. This is the card of somebody that does two things at once. They might be studying, or studying for something. They might have their day job, and they might be doing that job and then studying for something else. But it's actually going to come to fruition, and you're going to actually make money out of that at a later point. It's going to be a job that you can kind of go, okay, if I finish this study and I do all this stuff and keep putting the energy in, I'm going to be able to have two careers almost. One, your day job where you just get the money, and the other one's your study or another job, in fact, that later will produce you quite a nice financial gain. So keep at it. And that's how others see you as well. So it's a really nice card to sort of keep on keeping on, Aries, and don't give up, because it really is positive, and it's like it's up to you to keep those balls juggling in the air, keep everything moving, even though you may be a tad exhausted. Just keep it going. You've done well so far. Okay, positive feelings. So what's going on in the positive, what you're feeling positive about? And we have the King of Cups, so he's very much about emotions, stuff that's buried too, a lot with male, in very male energy. Once again, we've got a lot of male energy here. So he's somebody that's, very emotional, but emotionally blocked in a way, because this is a guy that, and we know with the males, they don't access their emotional bank or whatever we call it, as much as females do. And females get angry because men don't do it, but that's just the difference between us, so accept it or don't. But yeah, this is a guy, an energy of, there is something there. There is an emotional sort of frosting over of events, and that ice block really emotionally needs to be melted. And he's kind of stuck in a way, and this could be you, in fact, could have a good association to a father figure or somebody in your life of, a sort of mentor who has disappointed you with the way they treated you, and their emotional unavailability is really what it is. So, just And I feel like you know this is happening. So it's just like a confirmation of this is who this person is, or this is what this energy is, especially coming out of Pisces. We've just had a 4 absolute rough ride in Pisces in the last couple of weeks. So a lot of, especially for you, a lot of emotional turmoil, or other people's energies just off, and everything just seemed like really confusing and horrible. So that is just reminding you of that's what it was. But you probably got to, you got to the bottom of some emotional issues with this character. It could well be yourself as well, but you can interpret it. Okay, final outcome, and I've gone over again, and we have the Queen of Coins. So very much the female energy coming in, very centered, very much at home. She's very much that quiet energy, but she creates a really nice feeling around wherever she is. She usually half at home Queen. She's very much stable. She's got her feet on the ground, grounded. Very nice energy there with her coming into the end of your birthday time and going into Taurus. So a really nice way to finish up the 4 weeks there, Aries, of just feeling, feeling settled and just feeling like, oh, everything's going well for me. And your final message is peace. Compassion, forgiveness, and forgiveness, these are the real ultimate sources of power for love, for peace and love in life, and success in life. So with that, thank you very much, Aries. Have a great birthday. Thank you for listening.